欢迎大家来到 Cointelegraph 中文 Trends Layer2 专栏直播间。Trends 是一档由我们发起的线上 Open Mic 栏目，焦聚区块链和加密货币行业的新兴市场，与新浪潮中的领军人物共话赛道的发展潜力和机遇挑战，引领区块链行业的未来进步。我是本期主持人 Ting， Cointelegraph 中文主编。今天我们 Trends Layer2专场的主题是 Layer2 为什么能让 DeFi Summer 继续。今天我们特别邀请到的嘉宾有 Dai 多多的联合创始人Nina Leader of Arbitrum China and Victor WePiggy 的联合创始人 and Nina MCDEX BD 负责人做客我们的直播间，让我们欢迎他们。然后直播间也会有现金的抽奖和红包雨，也欢迎大家参与直播间的抽奖，观看超过指定时长也可以赢取现金红包。然后直播间过程中可能会有技术上的小插曲，也请大家谅解。那我们今天的直播会以英文的形式来出现，因为我们会有海外的一些观众也会参与到我们的直播。然后直播间当中我也会做一些简单的 translation， 简单的一些重点的一个翻译给大家。Okay, anyway, welcome to the Trends live panel here, and thank you for your time joining us. I'd like to introduce you guys to our audience at the beginning. So we'll go around the table, and if you could briefly introduce yourself to our audience, of who you are and who you're presenting, that'd be great. So I'm gonna start with my screen from left to right, and I'll start with Nina from Arbitrum first. Nina, hi.
Sure. Hi, everyone. I'm Nina. I'm from Arbitrum China. We are a Layer 2 solution, and we just launched it about 2 weeks ago. We're very excited to be invited here to Cointelegraph China. And our mainnet is currently open to all users and developers. Feel free to test us out.
Cool. Thank you for joining us. And I see WePiggy co-founder Victor here.
Okay. Hello. I'm Victor, co-founder of WePiggy Lending Protocol. WePiggy is an open source, non-custodial crypto assets lending protocol. So users know the lending protocol, and we have just launched on Arbitrum and start the liquidity mining program. So everyone is welcome to mine our WPC coins. Welcome. So that's it.
Cool. Thanks. Welcome. And Nina, hi.
My name is Lena Yu. I'm the BD director for MCDEX. MCDEX is the perpetual contract trading protocol built on Ethereum Layer 2 Arbitrum. We are gladly launched our version 3 on the same day with Arbitrum launched their mainnet. Very exciting. And also we also have our trading mining program just launched yesterday. So welcome everybody to our platform to try it. Thank you.
Cool. We're going to have a lot of questions regarding that topic later on. Thanks. And Diane, I see you're here with us as well. Could you say hi to our audience?
Yeah, sure. Hi, everyone. Thanks for inviting me here. This is Diane Dai, co-founder and CMO for Dodo. And Dodo is a decentralized trading protocol for Web3 assets, supporting on multiple blockchains. Yeah, sorry for my bad network here, so I will keep audio.
Okay, no worries. Welcome. Thank you guys for joining here. I mean, today we're talking about why Layer 2 is important for continue the DeFi summer hype here. And the reason we are having this conversation is also because thanks for the launching of Arbitrum mainnet a few days ago. And we've seen an explosion of DeFi protocols that has been deploying themselves into the layer 2 solution of Arbitrum. And as the solution, the layer 2 scaling solution for Ethereum, and Arbitrum has reached a new milestone recently of breaking the 1.5 billion in total value asset locked in that's just 2 weeks, actually 2 weeks since the launch of the mainnet. And so let's see why, in your opinion, why is it important for projects like Arbitrum to be here to continue this DeFi summer? Why is it so important? So we're gonna go around the table again, and whoever would like to join the conversation to ask the questions or ask each other questions, it's all good for us. So who'd like to take the first question? Yes, go ahead, Victor.
So I think before this discussion, we should talk something about the situation of the layer 1, the Ethereum mainnet. That is why we go to layer 2, right? So I think in my opinion, there's one sentence for layer 1. The gas fee is too expensive, far beyond the normal users can afford. So maybe you have your choice. So you have your opinion on this situation. So maybe I want to hear something from you.
From my personal opinion, I agree with you, because sometimes when I do transaction and the Ethereum network charges me, let's say $300 per transaction, and I just simply had to cancel it. I said, okay, never mind, not now. So for me, it's unbelievable with the high transaction fees. Yeah.
I think by my personal experience and observation, in recent months, many NFT projects like CryptoPunk, Meatbeast, Ape, Case, Birds, Lots, Xlot. There's a lot of NFT projects. They are hot, and they just climb, sell, and buy and sell. A lot of just do a lot of operations. So they drive the gas fee to 1,000 Gui sometimes. So it's unbelievable before, and now it's unacceptable for the normal users. I think that is the situation we meet in the Ethereum mainnet. So so that is why we need to go there too. We will go Arbitrum, right? So I will hear from Nina. So what's your opinion?
Why layer 2 is important for DeFi? I think, like Victor mentioned, that both the users and developers are suffering from congestion in layer 1, but at the same time, Ethereum is really the foundation of this industry, and I don't think any other public chains can.
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
Sorry, my Apple Watch.
That's yes. Okay.
It's all good.
Shut up. Where was I? Okay, yeah. So I don't think any other public chain can, at least in the short term, can impact the reputation of Ethereum in this industry, and at the same time, security is very highly valued in this industry as we deal with large amount of assets. So this is where layer 2 can come handy. We inherited the security from layer 1, but we drastically reduced the fees. And for Arbitrum specifically, I think many of the DeFi projects chose us, like our guest today, is because we really free them from the L1 contract size limits. So they can do a lot more innovations, experiments on Arbitrum because they can now have a larger contract size. So that's also another reason that I think Arbitrum can really contribute to the development of DeFi ecosystem in the future.
You mentioned, it's a solution for layer 1, and technically, how does it work? I know you have a tech background, so maybe you can also give us a little bit like a, how technically could work of deploying Arbitrum into some of the protocol projects here.
Sure. So Arbitrum, we use a technology called optimistic rollup. This basically means two things. First, it means that we submit our transaction call data to layer 1, and we submit them in batches. So which means like we don't submit every transaction, but we put them together and sort of like a package, and we send them together. So the advantage of this is that the call data is always, you can always find it on layer 1. So you can always, if anything happens, you can always re-execute the transaction on layer 1. So your money is always safe. And secondly, it's because we do it in batch. So some of the cost to submit the call data will be amortized between among all the batches, among all the transactions in the batch. And the second thing is that we basically, by default, we assume every validator is telling the truth, unless another validator came up and saying, hey, you're not telling the truth. So in the case of, say, for example, two validators, A is saying that this should be the result, and B is saying this should be the result, and they have a disagreement. We have a fraud-proof mechanism that's interactive. So we basically tell them to figure things out by themselves, to really bisect the transaction endlessly until we find that one point of disagreement that they have. So by doing this, by finding that point, the L1 only needs to execute that one execution to find out who's telling the truth. So what happens, like, imagine, right? So in the best case, right, in the world where everybody is honest, so the L1 will never be, but L1 never needs to execute any transactions because everybody's telling the truth. So we trust everyone. We trust all validators from L2. And in the worst case, if somebody is telling a lie, then L1 will only need to execute that one single point that they have disagreement with each other. So in either case, our contract size are not bounded by L1 contract size. So developer can do very complicated deployment of contract on layer 2, but their security is still rooted in L1. So this is basically like a very high level explanation of like how Arbitrum works and how we have our security rooted in L1 and how we help developer to get out of the freedom from the L1 contract size limit. Another thing is that we are 100% EVM compatible to the bytecode level. So maybe this is a good question for our ecosystem project to really talk about like their experience of deploying their project on Arbitrum. We have received lots of good feedback about like, how easy it is to deploy on Arbitrum. It's very similar, not very similar, it's almost exactly the same as what they do in Ethereum. So maybe Victor or Diane or Lena could take this one.
Sure, I think I can take this one.
Cool.
Yeah, thank you. So before answer your question, I would like to add a little bit more from MCDEX perspective, why L2 is important. So like everybody says, the gas fee is really high right now on the layer 1. So not only to the regular trader, especially for our perpetual contract trading traders, is extremely high because due to the complexity of their perpetual swap trading. So the gas fee for our traders is almost 5 times higher than a typical spot trading. So imagine that, like, if you guys pay $100 for all of our contract traders, they need to pay $500. That's definitely a really important key fact. L2 is really important. And second thing important to us is that we need to improve the liquidation efficiency, because the liquidation process is really important for perpetual contract trading. Our trader like to use the high leverage so that we have to keep monitor their margin account to make sure that they have enough margins to cover their positions. So that in order to do that, so our platform have to process this liquidation fast enough. So that without the layer 2, it's really hard for us to do this fast confirmation. So this is two important things we think the L2, we have to move to L2. So answer Nina's question, I think to us, move from Ethereum layer 1 to Arbitrum, we can say that we don't have to change even single line of code. So that is really develop friendly for us. So that we're really happy to move to Arbitrum. Thank you.
So it's a very simple solution for, I guess, with the same with Victor, your project, and then Dodo as well.
Sure. Yeah, it is pretty cost effective from the developer side. Yeah, and maybe one point I would like to add is I think to deploy on layer 2, it is not just for the current user base, but we are going for a bigger user base, because every day there are new DeFi users coming to the space. Yeah, so based on our experience, Dodo now is supported on not just Ethereum, but also Polygon, Binance Smart Chain, and we see there are a lot of unique wallet addresses on other blockchains. So I do think bring your product to more blockchains, to layer 1 will also give a very user-friendly experience for your new users, and that will help to keep your users stay on your platform on the new cost-effective blockchains and layer 1s. Yeah.
And you mentioned about the user base that you have are on different chains, like Binance Smart Chain and Heco. And does Arbitrum also has the solution for the cross-chain, multi-chain solution as well? I'm
actually,
curious.
Yeah. There's an official bridge from Arbitrum that bridge Ethereum to Arbitrum, so you can easily go to the portal and deposit Ether and other ERC20 tokens from Ethereum to Arbitrum, and then you can use this money to do whatever you want on Arbitrum. Yeah, and about the bridge among different blockchains, there are a few third-party solutions. Yeah, so that will be also a hot topic. Actually, yeah, there are some projects doing that.
Any other comments to add on this? Nina or Victor? Yeah.
From our side, from WePiggy, so Nina just talking about the developers. So we actually WePiggy followed up Arbitrum and Optimism last year. So we keep following their developer community. So and we learn a lot, and we keep we also give them some suggestion, and the learning protocol is little different from the DEX or some other protocol. We need some components also from Chainlink, or they can they provide Arbitrum sequencer, so that will be very important for us. So after they release the sequencer, they can deploy our learning protocol on Arbitrum, and so we prepare for prepare it for a long time. So that's why we can launch on Arbitrum at the first time. So that quite need do some research that is important to before we come to Arbitrum. Also the optimism, you maybe I also share with you something about optimism from the lending protocol side. We need to nail the shorter I mean edit or I mean change the codes a lot to make the contract smaller to make it happen. So it's different from, it's totally different from Arbitrum. Arbitrum is much better than optimism on this part. We don't need to change when they don't need to change a lot on the lending protocol part to just add some components. So I think that's from my side for the sharing. Okay.
Yeah, actually, the sequencer that Victor just mentioned is a very strong tag, and that is also a very important reason why we love Arbitrum's tag and work with them, deploy on Arbitrum. Yeah, I think anyone or maybe Nina can introduce more about the sequencer. Yeah, it's very strong.
For sure. So sequencer is something we implemented to really improve the user experience. So this is not for developers per se, but for the users. I think I have heard very good feedback from WePiggy's team that they really designed like a loading animation for their product on Arbitrum, but that was never in use because well, the sequencer brand is instant confirmation, which means so basically for every 6 minutes we submit a batch to L1. So only when L1 really confirm when L1 reach finality, we can really know that the transaction is set in place. But how the sequencer works is that it ensures the order of the transaction. So once the sequencer finalize the order of the transaction, nothing like the result doesn't really change anymore, right? Whether we know that within 6 minutes, L1 will reach confirmation, and so the sequencer give a sort of like a soft confirmation before L1 confirms it. So that's why like no matter what you do on Arbitrum, you always get instant confirmation. Like it's really, you don't need to wait any time, not 1 second, not 6 minutes, not 10 minutes, not anymore.
I think there's a lot of technical information here, which is great. I think we learned quite a lot from all of you to understand how technically it works and what does it mean for projects like WePiggy, like Dodo and MC Dex, and all the other ecosystem projects here. So let's talk about the money side, the financial side of the impact here. What does it mean? Could you guys tell me what does it mean of having over 1.5 billion in TVL in the Arbitrum?
I want to point out that on L2 beats, where our value lock is currently 2.5 billion.
Yeah, we just add another 1 billion on top of that. So what does it mean to you guys, to Arbitrum, and what does it mean to the ecosystem projects? Who would like to take this? Nina?
For Arbitrum, we're definitely excited. We're super excited about all this. Like this is something we would never imagine maybe like a year ago. And we really appreciate all the support from our ecosystem partners and the trust from our community. I know like all ecosystem products are working very hard to bring in liquidity to Arbitrum so that we are functioning as a machine, so that I have to say that we are still in like the early stage of the DeFi ecosystem in Arbitrum, but to have such a large amount of assets locked in Arbitrum, I think this is in a way to recognize our effort and our products right after our launch.
So what kind of new opportunities does this money can this money bring to ecosystem of DeFi, let's say?
I think this is a better question for our, DeFi experts today.
Yeah, Nina, would you like to take this? Sorry.
So although we don't have so much TVL compared to Arbitrum, because we are one part of the, so we got around 17 million TVL. So we also excited for this number. So because we know that it is just beginning, and WePiggy, although we start our mining program, but we are still under the blend management stage. So users cannot sell on anywhere. So that is very hard to get such high TVL without any real money. Just give them some tickets. They can sell in the future, but that is for us. We are appreciate for the Arbitrum can give us this opportunity, so we can get a large TVL, and we get a large user base. We appreciate it. So I think that's all. Okay.
Hi, I will take it next. So first, congratulations to Arbitrum, such a good in like 2 weeks, such a good result, and we are really excited to be part of the team. TVL actually to us, to DEX, is not, even though it's not that important because we are more focused on our trading volume. But if we see such a high TVL on the Arbitrum, that means 2 things to us. First, a lot of people, they move their money to the Arbitrum. We have a great trust from the community, and also that means like a lot of traders will actually trading on the DEX on the layer 2 solutions to benefit from the low gas fee and also fast confirmation. And secondly, I think this great result also can attract more developers, more great projects. So they will think about to migrate their project to the Arbitrum so that we can ensure that the whole ecosystem is more healthy and have more participators. So that means a lot of projects are working together. We can build something really great together. So that's really exciting to us. Thank you.
So the money will attract more users, more developers, and more projects to build on top of it, where you can build an even bigger ecosystem.
For sure, yeah, because money is smart. Money goes wherever it works.
Mm-hmm. Dan, I saw you wanted to add something here. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. So actually, Dodo is one of the top protocol with like one of the biggest TVL and trading volume on Arbitrum. Yeah, so actually we are the first one to announce that Dodo is supporting the liquidity mining on Arbitrum. Yeah, and very soon. So there now is $40 million on TVL, and on average per day, there is 5 million trading volume on Dodo on Arbitrum. Yeah, I think it's a good start, and I think this shows how the community support each other. Yeah, because like we're pretty decentralized, so it is not like the founders or the team decide, okay, we are going to give incentives on users on Arbitrum, and then we take out tokens to do that. We have our governance, we have our DAO. So it is from proposals that Dodo is gonna to take like 5 million tokens in total for the future incentives on Arbitrum, and that is voted yes by the Dodo community. Yeah, so I think the good start is actually the contribution and also the consensus from the community. Yeah, so it's like a Dodo community really like Arbitrum and wants us to give this kind of operations incentives for Dodo's branding and growth on Arbitrum. Yeah, I think it's a good start. And I think in the future with more protocols deployment on Arbitrum, and there can be more composability between different protocols, and that will generate more trading activity and different financial activity. Yeah, so I think the future is pretty promising.
Mm-hmm. And we have rumors that Arbitrum has tokens, but it's rumors. So what is it? Nina, is there anything you want to add to this? I mean, you know, Diane just mentioned that their community is very supportive, but you don't have a native token here. What's the reason for not having one? And is there any plan in the future of having one?
We don't have a token, period. If you see any Arbitrum tokens out there, they're scam, don't buy it, don't do anything with it. And we currently don't have a plan to issue a token. We are a community project, and we will, over the time, we'll try to give more rights to our community, to really work with us to develop Arbitrum. But we are not sure exactly how we're going to do it. But right now, we don't have a plan for token issuance yet.
Mm-hmm. At the beginning, you also mentioned because of the solution, the layer 2 solution of Arbitrum, there will be a lot of different opportunities emerging, like new business models in the DeFi space. And so I'm very curious to know what kind of new opportunities there will be, new business models that you guys are seeing in the DeFi space. So that curious to know. Diane, would you like to take that first?
Yes, sir. What model you mentioned?
New business models in the DeFi space because of the Arbitrum solution.
Yeah. I think we have some ideas about the combination between DeFi and NFT. Yeah, so at DEX, so like we are provide trading functions and service for Web3 assets, and that is not only fungible tokens but also non-fungible tokens. Yeah, so now actually we are building something that can explore DEX from just the DeFi to the NFT space. We are going to support NFT assets as from different trading model. Yeah, so like when it is on Arbitrum, first of all, the speed is higher, right? TPS is better, and then the security is the same level with Ethereum. I think it's good that for our DEX to expand our assets that we can support on our trading places. Yeah, so now we are building some innovative trading model for NFT assets. Yeah, so something like peer-to-pool trading model. So just like you buy a stock to invest in a company, then you can buy a token to invest in NFT and in different collections of NFT. Yeah, and then there can be a high liquidity market between the different tokens and the different NFTs, and between the tokens and the NFTs. Yeah, so I can talk to many details now. Yeah, but the version 1 product of the new NFT trading model will be alive in early October. Yeah, so we will release more details at that time. Yeah.
Cool. And who would like to share next?
Maybe I can say something. So I think what's the difference from the layer 1 and layer 2? As we said, the gas rate is cheaper now. So and also that means the speed is higher than before. So that is the infrastructures like upgrade. So like the internet speed before, when we have 2G we can reduce, but when we use 3G we can watch small video. 4G we can have some big video online meeting or something. So after the infrastructure upgraded, so we as a lending protocol, we just optimize our user experience, and we at this stage we still need time to find so what is the best the angle. So we can change, we can do some change to bring users more interesting, amazing tools for users. So that we also need time to watch what is happening. So maybe we think about the NFT, the lending or something, but that is still need time to check. And also we have some cross-chain ideas. So we will share with users in the future. I think maybe in the 2 months. So we'll have some news. So at this stage, I would just say the user experience much better now. So others will have some direction, but we cannot tell everyone for the news. So we'll share with you later. So okay.
Cool. Good to know. And Nina?
Hey, so there is one point I would like to point out is since this ecosystem is so robust right now, and then so many developers look at it and get know better about this technology. And as MCDEX team, we are our protocol called My version 3. We actually working really close to different developed teams. We really like to see the genius people from the world. They can build something on top of our protocol so that we can build some a great ecosystem. So that we also have some like something we call the incubator programs, so that we support the developed teams. We encourage the new ideas coming to us, and then we are not only to actually refine their ideas, we help them, we give their technical support, and then we also invest on them so that we can see some successful projects to build on the Arbitrum, build on our protocol, and then we can working together. At here, I also encourage and any developers, if you have any ideas, come to us, speak to us. We have a great program for you so that we can make sure to help you success. Thank you.
Nice. My last question here for you guys is we've also seen some other EVM compatible chains here like Phantom or Avalanche, and they both have gained quite a lot of popularities as well. So what is the main difference here with the layer 2 solution like Arbitrum? Nina, would you like to take that?
Arbitrum is a layer 2 roll-up solution, and our security is rooted in L1. And I think like just a different technology that we used, and like I think something that I want to educate our community is that Arbitrum's gas fee will never be so low as it becomes, a similar level, like, maybe like few cents per transaction. That was never possible because we post our collector to L1, and L1, consumption, it's at that level. We cannot really do anything about it. But I think this is really show that our team chose security over cost, and I think the community have different preference. Some are more price sensitive, some are more security sensitive, and we're really trying to find a balance for our community to really suit everyone, or at least majority of our community. So yeah, it's just different technology, and I truly believe in the future it's gonna be like a multi-chain, multi-layer future out there. And I think we all have different use cases, and like the market will decide like where to do what with all these different chains and technologies.
Great. I think that's well said. It depends on the market, depends on what users want as well. So do you have any questions for each other? Yeah, go ahead.
I'd like to add a little bit my insights about the different layer 2 solutions. So from our perspective, we think both Optimism and Arbitrum are wonderful roll-up solutions. The technical difference is that the OVM utilizes the single round interactive fraud proofs, where the Arbitrum applies the multi-round interactive fraud proofs. But actually, there are no other major difference on each other's security from based on the Ethereum. So we can assume that the two solutions have similar levels of decentralization. But to us, I think the timing is everything. So we think right now Arbitrum is more mature and it's already there. So that we would like to deploy something under. We don't want to wait. In the DeFi world, everything moves so fast. So we actually think that Arbitrum take great steps so that we follow them. This is a really good solution to us.
So okay, I have one more question here. What should ordinary users participate? How should they participate, or let's say grab this opportunity to get into the DeFi space? How should they do it?
So Arbitrum, we have our official bridge, like Diane mentioned. So anybody can use it. If you have a browser wallet connected to our bridge, you can transfer your fund from L1 to L2 or from L2 to L1. If you do it from L2 to L1, you need to wait 7 days because that's how our security mechanism was designed. There are other solutions you can interact with our layer 2 technology. There's bridges like Seller or Hop, Connect. They're also offering cross-chain services with a small fee. And in the future, like some centralized exchange will also support us. Like for example, Huobi and OCAX also announced supporting fast deposit and withdrawal for Arbitrum. So this is also another way you can transfer assets to Arbitrum. And once you do have your assets in Arbitrum, we have a portal that's updated every day. Like if the project is live, all the live projects will likely be there. So you can browse it around. Many of them you're probably familiar from L1 or other chains. And also feel free to try out those like Arbitrum native projects as well. And I think in this regard, our partners here might have more to say because they are really the experts in the DeFi world, and they are really the ones who really know how users can make the most out of their protocols.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is a great question. So for the regular users, I think right now to participate in this great opportunity from the Arbitrum is participate into our we call ourselves the OG projects because we are the original project on this on the Arbitrum protocol. So that there, on that state, we actually have a lot of incentives for the regular users, right? So for example, we are going to have our trader mining, which means like everyone who trade on our platform, if you pay, for example, 20 transaction fee, you will receive 40 worth MCB as a rebate. This is a great incentive for that, so that it will encourage more traders, more users to participate. And then we actually, so this is a really exciting program. We will start in the today, UTC time 6, so UTC time 1 p.m. So we encourage more traders to try the fast speed of the Arbitrum network and also the low gas fee.
So it's also a way for you to attract the users because now you have reduced your cost and now you can give more incentive to regular users.
Definitely.
Oh,
Nice.
so let me talk something. So as Nina said, so the most safe way is to use the official bridge, of course, and we also provide some other bridge from provided from Stellar network or the future we will have the hope of some other bridge in our front end. So we will give the users the choice. They can choose one to transfer their money from layer 1 to layer 2, and I think that the opportunity for users to earn money here for our lending protocol, we just gave them the chance that they can just deposit their bitcoins to our protocol, and they borrow Ethereum and deposit their Ethereum to the some new projects. For example, the Nia Abnia and another ones. So this is another is Carbon. So we found this many users they deposit their ETH in this new project. They can earn money here. So they deposit in our protocol and learn some ETH. So they can just earn this earn some profit here. And I think when they want to go back to layer 1, they can use some bridge from our partners. They can give them they don't need a 7-day challenge time. So if they are very they want to bring their money back to layer 1 instantly. So that is a good way also. So that is the natural way. So for users at this stage, that now also there's much I think there's a lot of money already begin to start to and start to earn money on option. So I think more users will come. So don't be hasty, just come and earn money here. So, okay.
So it's like money making money by just depositing your asset, and then there are ways for you to transferring using this technology from layer 2 to layer 1, and then you do whatever you want to do with the asset of reinvesting in something else and make more money for users. That's very nice. And Diane, do you have the last comment for the last question here?
Yeah, not very much. Just high APY here. Just come and try.
Okay, cool. Thank you so much. Thank you for your time today, and I think we've learned a lot. how this this layer 2 technology can not only can bring solutions for protocols or new DeFi projects, but also it's a way for users to benefit. So it's really a win-win for everyone here. And as our panelists are saying, if you're regular users, just come to this playground and play, and money is waiting for you. And so looking forward to more great news from all of you. And we'll keep in touch. And thank you so much for sharing, and have a great one.
Thank you.
Thank you, Qing.
Thank you.
Talk later.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Thanks.
Thank you. Bye.
好的，那么今天我们 Trends 的 Layer 2直播就到这里，感谢大家的认真观看，也感谢金色财经、火星财经、星球日报、深链财经 Token Club、链得得、滴滴社区等媒体和社区小伙伴的支持。中奖的观众也别忘了添加我们的工作人员微信。我们下期的 Trends 直播再见 ，Thank you， 谢谢。